Hey you guys, it's your girl Kamika. Welcome back to the lovemakeba official YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us over here. I hope this information has been useful to you. I've been getting, messages in the inbox telling me thank you for this information. So I am happy to be able to provide it. Like I said before, I hope it is useful to you. And I hope, God willing, that I'll be able to provide additional information for you as well. As I always say, the information that I am providing is not a substitute for you to go see your doctor and or to talk to your hair care professional. I am very pro doctor over here, pro professional over here. I have nothing against stylists, barbers, or trichologists. I actually believe in what's called in healthcare, we used to call it the medical home, and it would be the team where all of these different disciplines came together and talked about a particular patient's issues to make sure that they got the best care. Well, even on this side of things now, as a brand and a product manufacturer, and a fellow natural, I consider this somewhat of a beauty home where you have your dermatologist if needed, your trichologist if needed, a really great stylist, and then you have your brand over here that is formulated properly. So take this information, the research that I'm providing as information, and take it back to your professionals so that you can have a holistic approach to your health and your beauty and live a great life. All right, you guys. So let's get into VEDA number 14. And VEDA number 14 is, do topical hair loss solutions, and by extension, topical skincare solutions actually work? And so I want to make sure that I'm very careful with this. It can create a frenzy sometimes. So the short answer on, do topical hair loss and skin care solutions do they work, is yes, they can work. And it depends on what's in them and how they are formulated. So an even more acute question is, do topical hair loss solutions and skincare solutions penetrate the skin, right? So we'll focus on that. So it depends on the formula, if it's a cream, liquid, foam, etc., and what it's looking to do. It also depends on the size of the molecules. Every ingredient is made up of a mass of molecules that are either big or small, and those have either, the big ones are molecularly larger, and then the smaller ones have a lower molecular weight or size, right? So the smaller the size they are, the easier they are able to penetrate through the 3 layers of the skin. But generally, most of your products don't. Most of your products sit on the surface of your skin unless they are designed to penetrate or are able to penetrate in special ways. And I'm going to get into that for you because I don't want to create a frenzy. I want you to be aware that they can, but most of them generally don't, especially in cosmetics. Cosmetics are designed to not really penetrate the skin like that. So in order to discuss if a product is able to penetrate the skin, we first have to discuss what the skin is and the layers of skin. So the skin is the largest organ in your body, right? It's all of this here, and it is an excellent barrier for keeping things foreign and outside of your body outside, and the things, the organs, the blood, the cells that are in your body within your body. So that is what your skin is. It's breathable and it's full of pores, and it's various forms. So you have the top skin, you have the different kind of skin on your hands and your bottom of your feet. So the skin has 3 major layers. The epidermis is the outermost that you mostly see. Like I said, it's generally waterproof, and it's where your skin tone shows up at. This layer is made up of 4 layers of stratum, with the exception of on the hands. I think that's usually about 5 layers, with the stratum corneum being the uppermost layer, and the layermost, or the outermost layer, and the layer where most cosmetics stop, right? It is lipophilic, which means it loves oil, and hydrophobic, which means that it hates water, or at least repels water. Once again, because it's waterproof, right? Then you have the dermis, which is directly under the epidermis, and that's where all of your connective tissue, your hair follicles, your sweat glands, your collagen, and your blood vessels reside. And that is the area that should be of most concern when people are talking about, do products, cosmetics penetrate, right? Most of your cosmetics do not penetrate past the stratum corneum of your outermost layer of epidermis, but some products are designed to penetrate past and get into these lower levels. The third being the hypodermis, which is where your subcutaneous fat and connective tissue resides. So let's talk about some of the things that can penetrate down to your dermis level. The first one is essential oils. Essential oils with natural terpenes especially may penetrate the skin via what's called dermal absorption, which is just means skin absorption or skin soaking up. They generally they can infuse into the skin and infuse down or sink down into lower layers. Essential oils are generally considered safe, but there's still a lot of science being done, a lot of investigation being done on essential oils. And but I still say that they should be used sparingly and always mixed in a carrier oil or in a carrier solution, meaning an oil with far more oil in it than it has essential oils. This is another reason why I'm also very careful about using essential oils in our products. I don't use a lot of essential oils in our products because I know that essential oils could possibly penetrate under your skin. And so I'm just not into using a lot of those because you shouldn't, right? I want more science to prove that it'd be generally safe for my makebas. The next things you want to watch out for are things like parabens, some of your sulfates like sodium lauryl and ammonium lauryl sulfate, some of your lower molecular weight alcohols like isopropyl alcohol, and then even some of your preservatives can potentially penetrate into your skin or be absorbed into your skin. And lastly, products with heavy metals in them. So be very careful with some of your more commercial branded hennas and indigos and castias because the commercial ones may have heavy metals in them like aluminum so as to make the color more vibrant, whereas your more natural versions won't. Heavy metals could enter into your skin. Some other synthetic penetration enhancers, and if I didn't say that earlier, those were all penetration enhancers, but some of your more synthetic penetration enhancers include ethanol, acetone, you see that at the nail salon, propylene glycol, which acts as a humectant. You see that in a lot of products. It's a cheaper, meaning less expensive humectant. It's pretty good at drawing water, but propylene glycol could potentially be absorbed into the deeper layers of your skin. And again, like I said, sulfates. So sometimes manufacturers intentionally include them to be penetration enhancers, and sometimes they don't. They're just cheaper versions of, like I said, a humectant that does other things, right? The other things, then there are other things like peptides and liposomes and nanoparticles that are designed to penetrate, and you'll find them usually in your higher end skincare and some of your higher end hair care lines. I mean, like exorbitantly higher end hair care lines will have some of these nanoparticles, liposomes, peptides, and all of that. And they can penetrate your skin layers down into the dermis layer. And you just want to be aware of that and careful. I don't know at how many degrees or how much, but you should generally, be aware of it. And that is why I often say to you all that less is more. You don't need 50 million ingredients and 99 million, products on your hair every day. Less is more because you want to make sure you mitigate and limit your exposure to things that could potentially be harmful, but generally are considered safe when they're used at reasonable amounts. The last few things I want to tell you is that the ways that products can also get under your skin is not only through dermal absorption, but also through your sweat glands. They can, sink into your sweat glands and be absorbed through your sweat glands. And they can also get down and be absorbed into your hair strand follicles. So that is similar to like Hope Renews. Sometimes that's how they can get down into the hair strand and begin to do their work, right? Know that the more inflamed or damaged your skin is, the easier for a product to be absorbed on it or into it. And that's because your skin barrier has been compromised. So you always want to be careful to not be putting products that are not specifically designed for open wounds on open wounds, right? And then uh, things like butters and oils are things that create an occlusive layer on the skin, may allow for what are called active ingredients to be to not evaporate and therefore over time be absorbed into the deeper and deeper layers of your skin. So oils, butters, um, glycerin, not glycerin, no, I'm sorry, not glycerin. Um, Cones, silicones is what I was looking for. Cones can help with that because they just create like a saran wrap of film on either your hair or on your scalp, and it allows for everything to be absorbed. Everything won't be absorbed, but it gives it time to potentially be absorbed. So it's the potential we're talking about here. And then lastly, if the area of focus that a product is purported to deal with is more localized. So if it's more surface, it's easier to be absorbed. So I hope that helps. Some topical hair loss solutions or topical skincare products do work, can work, and can be very effective. And a whole lot of other ones don't work. All right. So thank you guys for allowing me to bring you beta number 14. I want to make sure that I'm answering my Makeba's questions as they come up. I'm listening, I'm hearing. And as I always say, if you have a question, comment, concern, put it in the comment section and I'll meet you in the comment section. It may just make its way to a future beta because we're on 14. We got a total of 31 to do. So drop your questions down in the question or the comment section and I'll come down there and talk to you and may even present it up here for others to learn from as well. But please, if this has been helpful to you, please like it. Please rate it, as they say. Please subscribe if you want to hear more great hair science and other great brand information. And share it with somebody that you think it might be helpful with. All right, you guys. I love you much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, God willing. God bless. Mwah. Goodbye.